but I wanted to go through this. This is going to be relatively quick, and I want to start off with an apology. First of all, a lot has been happening with BeeKonnected, and I know a number of you have gotten on the platform over the last year or so, and so much has changed. As I said all along, it's a very early adopter, innovative platform. And we're getting to a point now where the train is leaving the station, as I say, the northbound train. And so I've been somewhat remiss. I've been intending to give RP networkers and my community an update. I'm actually streaming this live on Facebook, so hopefully it works well as it's in the BeeKonnected platform as a show, and it will be continued to be available in the replay. The other thing is I want to give you a disclaimer. This is not a BeeKonnected corporate presentation. I am using the ambassador slide deck that is currently available, and all I will tell you is, having been with BeeKonnected since the beginning, since very early on, I'm assuming this will continue to evolve and change and just get better. So for that, I just want everybody to be aware that where we're at a month from now will be substantially different than where we are right now. In fact, probably next week, things will be substantially different. So as you can see here, if you've come back to the platform or haven't visited the platform or your own personal website in a while, if you're already on the platform, you'll find that things are looking different. The cool thing about it is substantially simpler. Simple meaning to really get your arms around and get started with the BeeKonnected platform that is pretty in line with other platforms out there. One of the things I said in the announcement of this is BeeKonnected is social business. It's not media. Nobody trusts media these days, and I don't blame them. So we're not being managed here. We are being, as entrepreneurs, having the opportunity to connect. And that's why we have our local networking groups, why we do a lot of things face-to-face, person-to-person, whether it's online today on Zoom or offline in face-to-face meetings, which we're able to have right now. So I want to make sure that you kind of understand and have that disclaimer. And so if I say anything wrong, it's my fault. If I say anything incorrect, it's my fault. If it changes in the future, I'm telling you that's going to happen. Things are going to just get better. They've just gotten better the entire time I'm here. And you'll see that if you've just recently re-engaged with the platform or have a perspective of where we were at. So let me do this. Let me give you a frame. The frame is that currently people are in all of these social media choices. This will become relevant as we talk about what's happening with BeeKonnected, as well as why you should care if you choose to care. First of all, it shows, Twitter has 353 million, LinkedIn has 756 million, YouTube 2.3 billion, Facebook 2.85 billion, Instagram 1 billion, TikTok 1 billion, and 459 million on Pinterest. Now, those are what we currently label as social media platforms. And BeeKonnected has been billed as a disruptor. And I want to explain that to you just a little bit, at least from Dave Roberts' perspective. The founders of BeeKonnected might explain it differently. Anybody that's using the platform may see it differently, but I'm going to tell you my perspective on it, and for those that are in our network. So first of all, let's talk about where it's at. BeeKonnected is, as labeled here by the corporate presentation is a social media disruptor. As you can see, if you've been with the platform for a bit, a lot of the graphics are changing. They're getting simpler, more engaging, more in line with what you would expect to see in today's environment, both in your mobile app as well as online. And the goal is to be the new preferred global broadcasting platform. I think it's to be the global social business platform. And I say that because I have thousands of connections across all the platforms, and the time it takes, the energy it takes to manage my network, both in person and online, is prohibitive to the point where there's a lot of people that can make money off of outsourcing, just dealing with that. And BeeKonnected is really designed to cut a lot of that overhead out and bring the control back to the member of BeeKonnected, regardless of what level you're participating at. I put this graphic together. A friend of mine has another platform. I love the graphic in terms of the creator economy. Where we are at right now with BeeKonnected, which you'll see a little bit later, is roughly 10, 11,000 basically high impact influencers on the platform. That's not going to be the case very long. And there's going to be millions of people on this platform. But BeeKonnected is really targeted at what I would call the creator economy. These are people that are providing huge value and huge content to their audiences today, or have a desire to do that in the future. When you look at big tech, they're really and traditional media, it's a push rather than a pull, and they're fundamentally trying to control your eyeballs to keep you there so that advertisers will pay to have you stay on the platform. So that's where they're at. BeeKonnected, on the other hand, is very much focused on the people that are in the community and providing value and providing intentional connections for all of those people on the platform. And that's why it shows the creator economy really absorbing or overtaking big tech. Today, it seems like big tech is big and the legacy media used to be big. And today, as we go forward, the creator economy, the people that are providing value, whether you call it the gig economy, whether you call it influencers, I don't care. Those folks are going to ultimately take control through the use of the BeeKonnected platform. So what does that look like? First of all, the thing about BeeKonnected that makes it different than other platforms is that BeeKonnected helps us monetize the following we currently have. Whether you've got a few or you've got a lot, your ability to actually build that audience and then ultimately get paid for it is not there on the other platforms to the extent that we're talking about. If it is, you have to have a huge audience and it's going to cost you a lot to get there. Here, you can start out day one and start monetizing your following. And really, it's BeeKonnected as a community of servant leaders, just like the Richardson Plano Networkers or the RP Networkers group. We show up to serve, and that's what this community is. The second thing is it gives you a platform in which you can begin to grow your following and make that sustainable by funding your following as you're going through. The third thing is, and this is exciting to those of us who've invested a lot. I invest roughly 30 hours a week into building community, serving my network. And I'm not saying I'm different than there's a lot of people out there doing that, and always being able to create another revenue stream, not in place of, but in addition to the value you're already providing, is huge. And there's a lot of people out there that have large audiences, have larger audiences than I have, larger basically platforms than I do, that can basically jump right in and start monetizing and creating another huge revenue stream. And we'll talk about that in a second. The connection generator is kind of the secret sauce. This was the original Tanya Hoffman, the CEO of BeeKonnected, and J.R. Reid saw her vision of a basically dating platform for business. If you get in there and you see how it functions, there's AI, there's artificial intelligence that helps align you based upon your preferences, your history, those kinds of things. Not just your posts, not just mining big data, but actually you put in the information of the things you're interested in, and the connection generator offers up instantaneously people that would align with you, and or gives you the tools to really drill down and figure that out based upon not only what's in their public persona, which can be very robust, but it can also be in their preferences. And that's the thing that I found with the platform from the beginning, is that it's really, really cool how the alignment of people that the connection generator offers up is so powerful. So you have a, when you look at just a free membership, you're able to create a profile, much more robust and very complete profile with artifacts, things that you have, tools, and so on, things that you might have on your website or other areas. You can create that profile. And I strongly encourage you, by the way, if you've been on the platform, you haven't gone on lately, you haven't updated your profile, it's like coming to a network meeting and not choosing to share your 30 seconds or let people know what you're all about. So being found and your profile are inextricably linked, and definitely something you need to do. The other thing is being seen. Now, on Facebook and other places, we have a RP Networkers group. Now on BeeKonnected, we have an RP Networkers group. I also have a Warrior versus Zombie group, and you can create these groups. There's no limitation. You can begin as a free member. You can participate, observe, look into, see the shows, and get involved in any groups that you're invited to. Any of the public groups you can be part of. You can, and we'll talk about Ambassador in a minute. And then you can be heard. If you notice here, toward the bottom of this, there are various shows, and you'll be able to see that these shows are, one of them is Warrior versus Zombie. It's one, I have one of my 2 shows each week, and you can begin to grow your audience or participate in these shows and be part of those. There's only 3 ways to participate, and actually soon to be only 2. And the third one we'll talk about briefly, but is really, that's one of the reasons why I want to make sure everybody's aware. First of all, it's free. I already talked about that. The second way is you can be an ambassador, which is $49 a month, or there's a yearly $440 a year where you get a couple of months free, or there's lifetime purchase, which also gets you some equity. I'll talk about that in a sec. So the Be Free membership, unlimited connections, free unlimited access to live shows, able to join the unlimited public groups, personal BeeKonnected website or app, and complete and robust profile, business profile setup. I'm not going to go into those in detail, but if you want to understand what that is, reach out to me, either on the platforms that BeeKonnected or Facebook or in my local networking groups. So Be Free and so on. And then the ambassador, we'll talk about the ambassador and ultimately the lifetime. So let me come back to that. So the connection generator is, in addition to having unlimited connections, there's a premium level, which allows you to go into career, past career, meeting preferences, so on and so forth, and really get drill down into your network. So it gives you some tools that are not available for the free membership, associations and groups, all kinds of things that people can use to be more intentional about their connections and without a huge amount of investment and time. The other thing is you can go live worldwide. You can begin to build your own network by creating a following. You can start creating your live shows, your groups, create channels, have replays. If you go to the RP Networkers, you'll see all of our weekly masterminds on there. Or if you go to Warrior versus Zombie group, you can see that channel has all of the podcast since we've been live in the Hive and so on. And that's either $49 to be able to build out those things, $49 monthly, or $440 a year. And there's a 14-day free trial for any paid membership. The next thing is ambassadors have not only an opportunity to build out those shows, but also an opportunity to get compensated for those people they bring to the platform who ultimately pay for their membership. So whether it's $49 a month or $440, and then there's a residual income. You get an annual commission of $66 or monthly of $7.50. Then it's a two-tier marketing. This is not a multi-level, but it's a two-tiered affiliate program where the person you refer, if they build their audience, you're getting a matching amount. So that's a beautiful thing. So that means that those of us that are early on the platform, or you've been on the platform, you have an opportunity to go after people who are other influencers, again, maybe larger audiences than yours, and have a chance to invite them to the platform, because it is invitation only. You can only join if somebody invites you. You can't just go. You have to, if you go to sign up and you just go to BeeKonnected.com, that's great, but it'll just ask you who's referring you. You got to have a referral. So mine is my Vision Warrior, and if you're on the description, you'll see a link. So if you look at the residual income or the opportunity to make money, if you look at somebody who comes onto the platform and says they have 100,000 followers and they do a 10% conversion rate. In other words, 100,000 come on as free and 10% of those upgrade to a paid membership. It could be, it would be roughly $75,000 a month. There's no guarantees here. I'm not suggesting this is what you will do, but on the other hand, the potential is there. And over time, if you look at any of the other platforms that I mentioned earlier, you'll see that that kind of paid membership exists on all of those platforms in one form or another. Some are just funded by advertising, but there's all kinds of opportunities to spend money with all those other platforms. The other thing is, if you had a 20% conversion of those 100,000 people, it would be 150,000. So, and a person referring somebody that has that kind of audience and residual or audience and influence would get the same amount of money. So that's a beautiful thing. If you look at annual memberships, as I said, Ambassador is $440. Then a 10% conversion would be $660,000 a year, $660,000 a year at 10% conversion, or $1.32 million at 20% conversion. So again, and the referral receives half of that. So it's just the difference is the monthly versus the annual. Now, the other thing is, again, remember, there's a free membership. Everybody that's here can be on for free, and that will be the lion's share of the community. And that's the objective in the short term, is to build your market share, build your following, build the people, share the opportunity with people you want to be networking with, people you want to be connected to. The other one is a 49. And then the third one is the lifetime. This is what we call a special opportunity. This is not going to last very long because there's only 1,000 shares available. And once those are gone, they're gone. So again, what's going to happen long term is there's going to be free and $49. That's it. But for a short period of time, there's a third option, which is an ambassador, and it's a lifetime. So there's no $49 a month, there's no annual recurring, and it's $600. $600 buys you essentially a half a share in the pool. And so what does that mean? That looks something like this. So the pool is 10% of the equity of BeeKonnected and 10% of the operational profit, if you will, or revenue coming out each quarter will be paid to the people in this pool. So 10% of that. And so you say, well, that's a lot of math. I'm not sure I'm interested in that. One thing is, when you look at the ambassador membership, it's $440 a year, and the lifetime is 600. So if you're inclined to do a paid membership and looking at the ambassador, as long as it's available, and it may not, if you're watching this in replay, it may not be available when you watch it. So all I can say is, if you're inclined this way, go ahead and do it. I don't like manipulation. If it's not inspiring to you, don't do it. And realize that there's no guarantees. But here's what it looks like. If you're interested, I'm not going to post it here, but direct message me, reach out to me in the thing, and I can get you hooked up with the form where you can apply to acquire a share, or some up to 5 shares. And then if you want more than that, we can talk about that offline as well. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, so if 10% of the pool today, we're at about 10,000 members, the revenue, say, is 5 million, and the pool would be 500,000, and that would be paid out. So the revenue at 100,000 would be 50. I'm sorry, I went forward too fast. So, and then the pool would be 5 million, so on. So it keeps going up if you look at the equity paid quarterly. And I'm not going to get into all the details on that. It's only important if you want to go down that path. And then again, I'd say direct message me. Let's talk about it. It's an opportunity that won't be around very long. So I just want everybody in my network not to blame me because I didn't tell them about this. Okay. So if you said a maximum of 1,000 shares are allocated, once those shares are allocated, then they're gone, and that's it. So where are we at? Some people have asked, and the key is we are right here. If you see the circle down there, this is where we're at in 2022. And looking at the projections from our consultants, our marketing firm, and so on, is that this is the projected growth. No guarantees. This is the projected growth of the company. And as you can see, there's a lot of potential to get to the 10 million subscribers, which is the goal. So again, at 10 million, one share would be, the pool would be 500,000. So you do the math. Now, again, these are the 3 options. I just wanted you to be aware of this. I don't want anybody to feel stressed about it, but I also don't want anybody to feel like I didn't get around to explaining it to them. And why didn't I? Because I didn't like them. So that's where we're at with this. And so I want to thank you for paying attention and watching this, if you've watched it, or whether you're looking at it in replay. And I will hope to see you on the BeeKonnected platform, active if you are already there, and going forward with the BeeKonnected platform. So thanks for paying attention, and I look forward to seeing you on BeeKonnected.